We decided to put a little pause on working on the house to finish up this chicken coop. Our chickens are growing fast. They are 5 weeks old now, so they need a place to be outside that is safe and secure.
Right, we want to start getting them used to being outside and in their new home. And so I'm pretty excited to get back on this. I've kind of been wanting to. So let's get into what we have to do first. All right, here we have the nesting box area. That's where we left off. We're gonna finish that up real quick. Throw some OSB down for the floor and the backing. And as well, right after that, or somewhere in the mix, we're gonna put down the flooring. We originally weren't gonna do any kind of flooring. We were just gonna leave it as OSB, but many of you suggested to do linoleum as the flooring because it's super easy to clean out your chicken coop, and it will help to keep the OSB from rotting away, and the stuff is pretty inexpensive, so I'm all for it. So when I went to the store, I wanted an 8-foot by 5-foot sheet of this stuff, but they wouldn't sell it to me like that. I had to be 12 foot long because that's how long their rolls were. They weren't going to cut out an 8-foot section, and I understand it would be a waste on their end. So I didn't want to buy a 12 foot by 5 foot because I didn't want to pay for all the extra footage. So I calculated it out as best as I could, and ended up getting a 12 foot by 4 foot. And I'm okay with doing what we're doing here, which we're cutting off these strips to fill in back here. So we've got 2 strips right here to finish this off, and then they're actually going to meet right here underneath a divider, so at least that crease will be covered. This one will kind of be exposed, which I'm okay with. So I don't know, call me stingy. I didn't want to pay for the extra 12 foot by 1 foot section of whatever this is called. What's this called again?
Linoleum.
Linoleum. The 12 foot by 1 foot section of linoleum, just to have a perfect thing here. Anyway, these creases, I think the adhesive that we're going to put down will help to kind of seal them up so nothing will really leak through and rot the OSB underneath. So that's why we're piecing the last bit here together, is because sometimes I'm cheap, but sometimes you gotta be cheap, you know? Saved a few bucks. why you keep your junk.
You know, right?
Never know when you'll use it. But you know you'll use it.
Someday.
10, 20 years from now. I've been holding on to this for 50 years and I'm finally using it.
Were you with me? And I was watching that funny short. The guy's like talking to his dad, and he's like, "I need something that's like this."
Oh,
goes
yes,
like this,
I was.
and
He's like, oh, look at that. It's like a
runs
million
to the
years
ground.
old.
Yeah.
Part piece of wood that he. Finally! I knew I was keeping this for something. That describes man.
I mean, if you think about it, so far this entire chicken coop, we've bought the linoleum.
And those screws.
Oh, yes, some screws.
Yeah, those deck mate.
Okay, linoleum and screws.
It's going pretty good, huh? We've got our nesting boxes all situated, and we have the hardware cloth on the vents so that we can put siding up. One more thing we have to do before we start the siding is put the chicken door in. We're doing a test fit to make sure our opening is the right size, and then we can go ahead and get going on siding. So our chicken door is, wow, this is fancy. It's called Run Chicken. Some of you might have heard of them before. Really good door from what we've read anyways. No personal experience. So it's got a little solar panel, and it's an automatic chicken door so that we don't have to worry about letting the chickens out first thing in the morning and putting them away last thing in the evening. So cool. All right, it says we need an 8-inch by 10-inch opening over there. I don't know. I think it's wider than 8 inches. There we go. 10 inches high, that's good. And 10 inches wide, so nothing to worry about. We'll put 2 1-inch pieces of wood in here. That's a small opening, you know?
I know, it does feel a little small.
Like, that is really small.
That little 10-inch by 10-inch opening looks small.
I know. Like the chickens, I guess, they just duck and go out,
I
right?
guess so. I'm working on the nesting boxes while Jacob's over working on that side of the coop. We decided to change up the nesting boxes a little bit. Instead of doing live edge, we're going to do board and batten. So we'll just have little 2 to 3 inch strips in between each board, except for on the corners. We're going to do some live edge trim on the corners to kind of finish it off.
Just need the corners.
Yeah. Looks nice.
The box, anyway. Still got a lot to go.
I know.
It does look good.
Oh yeah, that's super fat.
I know. That is so much. I mean, it covers that OSB.
Yep.
You don't want to stare at OSB.
Right.
The chickens will have to stare at some of it. But I hope they don't mind.
You could have skipped the OSB maybe and
Done this stuff?
just done this straight to there. Yeah.
Well, this is like, those pieces are like 14 inches deep.
Yeah, but we're just screwing into this and that down there anyway.
I'm not sure what you're referring to now. Anyway, let's move on.
Taking the OSB out.
Oh! Yeah! We could have done that without OSB, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man! Same over here. Just put a top piece right there.
Mm-hmm.
Live and learn.
Yep.
It's overbuilt. How about that?
Everything we do is overbuilt.
So I'm doing the first corner here where it's going to be live edge wraparound, and just wanted to explain what I did real quick. Just put a filler piece in here to bring this out flush with this piece, and same thing over here so that there's not a cavity here when I go to put these on, because these are to be, you know, similar to the live edge here protruding out, same thing. But I want it to kind of wrap around, which is the same thing we did on our shed. This is notched out to fit up here, and it'll go all the way up to this roof here. And you saw I cut them at a 45, so it'll go in like that, and that piece matches the roof pitch. And it should go something like that. this is all that's left. I just got to put siding right here, and then I can mount that door and make the opening for the nesting boxes. Okay guys, we have a door. It closes pretty well. There is going to be a latch on here, so I'll have to notch out this batten for that. Also, the batten that I took off here and here, they will get replaced. I just have to kind of mill it out so it can sit over the top of the hinges. By the way, these hinges are from Harbor Freight. And yeah, so this is the door to get to the coop for us for cleaning it out, bringing in a wheelbarrow or the four-wheeler trailer right up to it and cleaning out the mess. The coop is coming together, guys. The siding is all done. I got that door on. There's only a few oddball things left to do. There's not a whole lot. Of course, we have to do the burning. We're still going to burn this. We're just going to burn it how it sits. I didn't want to burn them, you know, a piece at a time. That would be pretty messy. And of course, there's the risk of this whole thing going up in flames if we aren't too careful. So we're going to be careful and make sure we don't burn it to the ground. But we wanted to do it this way. I think it'll go quicker to burn it. I'm also curious as how it's going to turn out because there are two different species of wood on here. I know the one is just regular Douglas fir. It's, let's see, these darker pieces and these lighter ones here and there and there. I believe they're white Doug fir. Possibly spruce. I don't think they're spruce, but we kind of just threw this all together. There wasn't any pattern with the species of wood on here that we followed. So I'm curious how each one is going to look from burning it with the torch. So stay tuned for that. We are going to do that in the next video. We appreciate y'all. Take care. And give us a thumbs up on the way out, would you? See ya.